The Moto Guzzi Griso. Griso. The name of a badass character lifted from the pages of classic Italian literature. How fitting. I've had this Griso for just over a year now, and I gotta tell you, I'm loving it. Okay, so Moto Guzzi have been making motorcycles since 1921 in Mandello dell'Ario in Italy on the shores of Lake Como. Today, if you mention Moto Guzzi, the first thing that comes to mind are big booming V-twins and shaft drive powertrains. They've been their signature for quite some time now, and for good reason. By today's standards, I guess you could say the Griso is a bit of a simple bike. There's little in the way of electronics, no ABS, no traction control or ride adjustment. It hasn't even got a fuel gauge, just a little light that comes on when you're getting close to walking the rest of the way home. But I like that. I like the simplicity of it. A lot of thought has gone into this bike for it to serve its intended purpose, having a good old-fashioned Sunday ride. And that same deliberation is reflected in maintenance tasks. I mean, look how accessible everything is. Drain the final drive here, fill it here. Drain the gearbox here, fill it here. Drain the engine oil here, the filters underneath and the dipsticks on the other side. You want to adjust the valves, it couldn't be any easier. They're right there under the cover. Even the tire valve stems are at 90 degrees for easy access. I'm going to enjoy working on this bike, which is a good thing, as one of the downsides of having a Guzzi is a sporadic dealership network. I guess you can't have everything. I love riding this bike. It's not light and flickable, but stocky and loves to hold a line. And the really cool thing is that as much as I love riding it, I love drooling over it almost as much. It's so Italian, full of passion, beautiful lines, and revels in detail. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it has the goods to prove it. Low maintenance shaft drive, fuel injection with 50mm throttle bodies, 4 valve heads and stainless steel pipes, 43mm forks and Brembo brakes, and let's not forget those beautiful spoked wheels. I bought the Griso in part because of its looks, but more than that, I bought it for the 90-degree V-twin that kicks out 110 horsepower. It's the heart and soul of this bike. It's a beautiful engine that's just a little rough around the edges. Kinda reminds me of how Judi Dench described Bond in Casino Royale. A blunt instrument. The Griso as a whole is a bit of a blunt instrument, but only in as much as it doesn't pretend to be something that it's not. This bike has one purpose, and that's to connect to the rider, and it does so in a fun, visceral way. It's how it should be. Sure, it has a couple issues, but what motorcycle doesn't? The gas tank's the size of a peanut, and it doesn't like cold starts. Apart from that, well, this motorcycle's a bloody rider. I love this bike. Love it.